Like a little too ironic. Man. There's so many people in this house right now. It's insane. Went from just me to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. It's a lot. Monitoring spirits are real, man. Yesterday I did a 2.5 fucking hour reading on my Patreon, and there was no sound to it. God, I feel like I'm in hell. Normally I know what to do. I think I do know what to do. I think I know how to cause a stir. I know how to cause a stir in the spirit world. And I feel like if you get loud enough, there's going to be divine justice that happens. People should not be in my energy like this. I keep feeling my twin flame, and he's like really, really upset. Brutal psychic attacks. I think I'm going to do a return to sender spell tonight. I think I'm going to knock some people off their fucking throne. I think I'm going to war, and I think I'm going to enjoy every second of it. I think, quite frankly, I'm fatigued, I'm burned out, because there's just not enough justice and too much energy given to people that don't deserve it. Too many fucking monitoring spirits. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes all you can do is laugh because nothing makes sense. I agree. That's so funny. I literally earlier today I said Dr. Pepper. What did I say? I was like Dr. Pepper or some other drink. I literally channeled that and I was like, why did I say that? Hello, yeah. Sometimes you just have to laugh, dude. You know, some people that show up on my channel, they're literally carrying around like fucking dozens of people in their energy and they have no idea. And they show up. And I'm forced to like fend off a dozen people. And it's the same in this house. Like I'm in an Airbnb and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the 5th person and there's like fucking 24 dead people to every person that's here. And then, not to mention that there's a cemetery in the backyard. Dude, sometimes. Oh my gosh, I love Dr. Pepper. Or did you love it past tense? Is this my first live stream? Hi, Kimmy. No, the real Hunter Hayes. My name is not. That's fucking nuts, too. I heard the name Hunter is what you see that. No, I'm not a big fan. I don't like whoever's listening to my fucking thoughts. I fucking said Dr. Pepper earlier in a stream, and then I also heard the name Hunter after I got off a live stream. I heard Hunter like 3 times, and I was like, wait, what? I don't know a Hunter. Guys, I'm so over it. I'm so over whatever fucked up AI is listening to my thoughts. Like, it can rot in hell. It can rot in hell. Honestly, I hope it does. I don't know who the fuck's listening to my thoughts, but I don't like it. Hello, 777. So, yeah, I did a 2.5 hour live stream yesterday with on my Patreon. And the sound wasn't even working. You know what? I'm not gonna complain about it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell you today how good life is. I'm gonna tell you that I love my life, I love my job, I love God. Sometimes you gotta refocus, you know, you can't let shit get to you, man. You gotta laugh it off. Just fucking laugh. What else can you do? Dude, sometimes you just gotta laugh. Yo, because you can't win for losing. At the worst of the worst at rock bottom, it's like you fucking avoid that like the plague. You finally win and you finally get your life back in order. and then another round comes. And you're like, sometimes you just gotta laugh, dude. There's nothing else to do other than cry. I guess you can cry, but just talk about what it is you do want, man. I'm so happy. I'm meeting some very cool soul family of mine. Oh man, they're so loving. They're so kind. I'm having amazing dreams with my twin flame too. Like I'm really excited. I can feel him. He's showing up in my life again. I can feel it. I can feel it calling in the head and night. Yeah, but like I'm so over these people that are just Jesus loves you. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. You rebuke what? Monitoring spirits? Oh, you rebuke this Shane guy. Hail Satan. The dude that said Hail Satan. Are you out here actually doing it though? Are you actually out here rebuking shit or do you just say it? No, I'm curious. Like how often do you go heal people or console the widows or raise people from the dead? I'm just asking for a friend. Which friend? Is it Satan or Jesus? Not sure. I'm sure. Not a lot of people are sure about it though. But anyway, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Okay, so rebuke it then. Get the fuck off my channel. I do it. Then do it. Then do it, Joshua. Go on then. I'm a K word. Does that mean king? I lost my faith because most Catholics are cowards in my experience. Yeah, kind of period. Hey, truth is truth, man. Look, I was raised Pentecostal. I understand Christians are just as cowardly. In fact, I love Christ so much, that's why I'm not a Christian. Period. I love Christ too much to be a Christian. Nobody more hypocritical in the entire world than Christians. No book more evil and sinister and full of derogatory, like nasty, blasphemous shit than the Bible. The big three: Catholicism, Islam, and Christianity. Yeah, I can't really do it. I'm kind of over it myself. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of over it myself. So what does K-word mean then? You said I lost my faith, K-word. What does that mean? Were you raised Catholic? Hello? Dude, I know, like, I've never met anybody more fucking hypocritical than religious people. Ever in my life, man. Like, I'm a pagan, so I believe in multiple gods. I believe that I am the most high God out of all those gods. I believe that those gods exist because I give them power. So in my opinion, it's not so much that I need Jesus, it's that Jesus needs me. You see what I'm saying? It's very controversial. Not a lot of people love my take. But yeah, it's like you're giving power away to these deities by believing that they're somehow more powerful than you. And it doesn't make sense. Because, like, who's the one that went to Target to buy the Bible in the first place? You. And then you read it, and then there's limitations and things you can and cannot do. And then you give your power away over to that. And then tell yourself that if you don't believe in certain things that are in that book that you purchased, go, or drove yourself to a Sunday service, then like you're God doing that though. Like you wake up on a Sunday, you go to church, you put money in the collection plate, you bought the Bible, and then you have all these rules and regulations that the Bible you bought gives you. And then it's like a free pass to have so much self-hatred in one's heart towards any certain person. And it's like, I ask Christians, I'm like, you don't even know who wrote the Bible though. You don't know them. You don't know if it was one guy, 60, a man and a woman, if they were drunk, if they were high. Like you don't know any of that, but yet you just want to believe it and then use it as a way to hate on people. What's the difference between believing and knowing? Oh, that's a good question. Believing is actually believing in what he did and trusting in him, and knowing is just knowing him and not actually believing in what he did. Okay, that makes about... I didn't really understand. I am God, you are God, we are all God. Right, I kind of agree with that. Well, I mean, I definitely agree with that. That's literally the premise of what I teach. I'm serious, yeah. The people who wrote the Bible, Jesus' disciples. But how do you know that, Joshua? You don't know that. I don't accept Josh's answer. I don't even think Josh accepts Josh's answer. No, because he doesn't know. The people who wrote the Bible were Jesus' disciples. You don't know that, though. You have zero... That's... Yo. Did they get like, I'm not even trying to offend... I'm not trying to offend your beliefs. But you don't know that, though. Most would say King James wrote it. King James had people write it. Like, you don't know. And that's the craziest part to me, is people will just so fucking blindly follow something and they don't know. They don't know. They haven't seen proof of it. Like, do you know that guy from 2,000 years ago? In the Middle East somewhere, mummified? No, you don't know. You don't have his autograph. You don't know what he looked like. You don't know his shoe size. You don't know anything about him, but you will just fucking blindly follow some human. It's like the worship of man. If you think about it, it's a false idol. And so many people are just willing to like follow it right off a fucking cliff. I don't get that. Josh is lost, yeah. I don't want Satan to take over another person. So if you don't want Satan to take over another person, what are you doing to combat that? No, I'm not even trying to be a troll, Josh. I'm not. Hello. I'm not trying to be. I'm just naturally a troll. I'm not even trying to be. No, but I'm serious, Josh. How can you tell me that Satan's taking people over if you're sitting here claiming to be a healer? Don't you have that whole, like, I don't know, God self in you that sees that nobody has Satan in them? I mean, did Jesus view people as satanic, or did Jesus see people as healed? You know what I mean? I wouldn't say lost. I was still on the strings of a puppet master yet, period. No offense, Josh. Please believe in him. I don't want to lose you. I want to see you in heaven and not hell. Well, then why can't you view me there then? Why can't you visualize me there then? Why can't you do what Jesus did and pull people out of hell? I'm serious. Like, it just, to me, it makes so much sense. Is it just me? Does it make sense to you guys too? Because, I mean, Jesus never condemned anybody to hell, bro. Not one person. Not one. Not one. He sat with tax collectors, prostitutes, blind men, people with leprosy. I mean, these would be the people today of just like nobody to touch him with a 10-foot pole. He never once condemned anybody to hell. So I'm sitting here curious as to why the fuck Joshua is condemning any of us to hell. You ever been there yourself, bud? You 100% positive that shit's real? Because I'd be very careful if I were you going around judging people there if you've never been there. Just saying. Oh, by the way, you might want to look the fuck around because we're in the year 2025 and a lot of people are already in hell. The real question, if you're a Christ follower, why can't you pull us out of it? Huh? Huh? How often do you help mothers and children? No, I'll wait. How often do you go console the widow? Feed the homeless? Feed the poor? Shelter any of the refugees? Oh, I'm just asking for a friend. Which friend? Which friend? I don't know, probably a witchy one. I'm pretty sure Jesus was the witchiest witch I've ever met. Out here healing people with dirt and saliva. No, let's talk about it. How he would take the blind man and get him to see by using dirt and saliva. Right. Don't want to talk about that, huh? Don't want to talk about that? How he turned water to wine? Using his fucking brain. His mind. His brain power. But yet Joshua can't do it. Joshua can't save any of us from hell, huh? You can condemn us there, but you can't pull us up out of it, huh? Oh, Joshy poo. So sorry to tell you, bub. Religion is dead and gone. People are leaving in droves, honey. I don't care how many times you have to text as quickly as rapid fire as you need to. The point isn't really making a difference or a dent in the year 2025. People are too awakened for that, bro. They've already been red-pilled. They don't freaking need that. I don't care how many times it's boom, 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 boom. It's still going to be the same. You're making a point, but what woke you up to gain knowledge of freedom from slave? What woke me up? Myself. Not a book. Please believe in him. I don't want to lose you. How have you lost me? I'm sitting here, right here with you now. You don't even have me, Josh. How could you lose me? So you leave eternally. But if not, you will be burned and tortured. Bro, do you fucking hear yourself? You sound so fatigued. So, I have to believe in your God. And if not, your God will condemn me to a hell that he created for unbelievers like myself to torture and burn. Oh, no. He didn't make that place. He wants to save us from it. Right. So burned and tortured. First of all, I'd love to see a fucking verse in the Bible that says you'll be burned and tortured. Second of all, I'd love to know how Joshy Poo Hunt absolutely knows that this place exists. And thirdly, I'd like to know why he believes such bullshit that he had to read from a book he bought at Target with his own hard-earned money. So it's like you give your power over away to a book, and then you expect all of us to do it. Nah, I'd rather know that I'm God, thank you. I'd rather know that I'm the one true God. I'm the Most High God in my reality, period. Period. I make the rules in my reality, period. Right. No guy outside of you. Changa, how you doing? How are you? It says, I don't get lost in hell. It actually just made where I went from there that much better. I don't get lost in hell. It actually made where I went from there. I guess I don't understand that. Does that mean that you did go there or you did not? Okay, well, Jesus loves you, miss. Hope to see you in heaven one day. Bye. Toodles fruitles. He gave you free will, but he knows not all people will. But you got this. You've got the concept. I do have the concept. Hopefully that's all it takes, because if not, I'm really fucked, right? A book woke me up beyond good and evil. Oh, dude, I've been better. There's so many fucking monitoring spirits in this house. It's insane. It is insane in the membrane how much spiritual war is here in this house right now. There are five. Well, unless somebody's leaving. Because, I don't know, I've been getting a vibe. I've been getting a vibe that people are leaving. But yeah, just that feeling like you're being monitored and you're being watched and surveilled. It's the weirdest feeling in the whole world. Like you better know how to dance in the rain. You better be okay with the way that people monitor you and surveil you. And it's like I joke about this being the Hunger Games, and it's like, may the odds be ever in your favor. In the Hunger Games, they had all those secret cameras everywhere. Like, she knew what she was getting into. I'll be all right. But yeah, it just feels like there's a million spirits watching me tonight. I don't really understand it. Is this like are we in a full moon still? I don't get it. I was living in literally hell, and when I came back to life, it made it that much better. It was all perspectives, though. Exactly. I do believe that hell is what you make it. I don't think it's a place where you burn, and I don't think it's a physical location. I think hell is a frequency. And I think that Earth is a prison planet, and it can keep you in that frequency of depression, despair, lack, poverty, loneliness. Yeah, guilt, shame, remorse. I think those are all emotions that naturally happen at a frequency that I would call hell. I would say any frequency that is not happiness and joy would be considered hell, you know? But I don't think it's a physical place like Josh here wants to threaten people into. And anyway, I'm former Pentecostal, so I was raised in the cult. My grandparents ran the church. So I've actually had for about 36 years my fair share of religion. And I'm a witch, so I do not believe anymore in religious indoctrination. In fact, I would say that religion, especially Christianity, like when we would eat the Eucharist, is that what it's called? Like you'd eat the stale cracker and you'd drink grape juice from that funnel thing. It's like, dude, I just got a message that said Earth isn't just hell. I shit you not, after I said Earth is hell. I fucking swear to you. I just got a notification that said Earth is not just hell. You see what I'm saying? Dude, someone is listening every 2 seconds. Oh, that's a fucking point I was trying to make today. I'm so over it. So over monitoring spirits. I'm so over being listened to. I'm so over being like Dharma, right? Yeah. But yeah, so I was raised Pentecostal, so like my grandparents, they ran the church, and then when I was 16, I left because like, girl, I was not about to be indoctrinated anymore. Like I would ask questions. Like I would just ask, why did Jesus not get to save any of the people in the Old Testament? Like that's so stupid to me. They were the most loyal, they were the most determined. And they loved God the most, they're the most devout, and like it's not even fair. Like it didn't even make sense. So I would ask those questions, and like it was not a good idea. I always got reprimanded. It was like so many times my grandma, she would just like I was the oldest in the youth group, and she thought that I was literally the devil. So she would try to like perform exorcisms or do like the whole speaking in tongues over me or like cast demons out or whatever. And it was like, obviously it wasn't working. And it made me think, like, if it's not working, bro, how powerful are you? I mean, I'm sorry, but I was like, you can't do it? So many Christians, they show up on my fucking channel, and the first thing they say is, you're demonic, you need Jesus. And I'm like, but you can't do it, bro? Like, cast that shit out then, you're so powerful. I don't understand. It shouldn't be a thing. If you come across somebody with demons, you should be able to fucking get it out. Earth is the highest hell, lowest heaven. Oh, that's an interesting concept, procedural. Thank you for being here, by the way. Hell is just karma, or do they say dharma? I guess they say karma, because karma, I think, is it's like the more bad paying off of debt. Dharma is your good luck, your good karma, I guess. Yeah, but so when I was 16, I was just like, I can't do this anymore, dude. She would literally, in front of the whole fucking class, be like, you're the devil, you're Satan's spawn. She'd be like, go upstairs to your grandpa. And he was the pastor, so it would be, I'd have to freaking take the walk of shame all the way upstairs, go in front of the entire church, interrupting my grandpa's sermon, like every Sunday. And then he'd be like, tisk, 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 what is it now, Jenna? And I'm just like, dude, I asked about Noah's Ark, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I wanted to know where they found dingbats from and how they coupled them on the planet and put them on the fucking ark. I'm sorry I asked some questions like, is the serpent really a talking snake? I'm sorry, dude, that I asked my grandmother if the donkey talks. I'm sorry if I inquired about a dragon in the end times that flies in the fucking sky, because if that thing is literal, then we all need fireproof houses. I'm sorry that I actually asked the real questions, like, why are we drinking grape juice symbolizing blood and eating bread like it's the skin of someone? I'm sorry. Yo, I'm a witch, and I'm not even that witchy. Talk about ritualistic, sacrificial fucking rituals, dude. I'm a witch. I'm not even that witchy. So I was all like creeped out at 16, and then they would yell in tongues and they would speak in tongues like whatever. And I know light language is real, so I'm not bashing it. I know that speaking in tongues is real, but not in the way that church had it. Like, I speak in tongues, so I know light language is real. I know it's a very healing, like when you're with the Holy Spirit, I know it's very real. But the way that they just, I was in church, I'd be like, why is my God so quiet, so loving? Like, I would be sitting in the pew just with my head bowed, and I would have my eyes closed, and I would just see God as light. Like in the back of your eyelids, you just see light. And I just knew that was God. I don't know why, I just knew. But yet everybody else in the church, they'd be like waving flags and having like tambourines and like the loud trumpets and shit. And I'm like, it was like, why couldn't you have a quiet moment with God? Why does it have to be all like for show? And the more I would ask these questions, the more I was deemed, the devil. So I just, at 16, I left the church, and I would have like about 6, 7, 8, 9, I think about 7 years before I actually had my out-of-body experience. I met a being of light when I was 21, 22-ish, and I had no idea that God was like for real, for real. I thought that it was just a fake because the church, I mean, it was obvious that God wasn't real in the church for me, so I didn't know God was real. And then one day at my job, there was this, I'm getting so distracted because did 2 of my roommates just move out? No, shut up. I literally complained about monitoring spirits, and 2 of my roommates just packed up their shit. I don't know if that's just a fluke or what. I don't know. I'll have to text my Airbnb host and ask what's going on. That's crazy. But yeah. What was I saying? Okay, so I had this out-of-body experience. when I was 21 or 22. And I was at work, third shift, and there was nothing to do. It was just me and this other girl, and she just started. She was a witch. And I was like, how many times are you going to ask me, lady, do I want to know about tarot or Ouija board or pendulums? I was like, leave me alone. It's against my religion. Even though I wasn't Christian anymore, and even though I didn't go to church, I was still like, I would be shot dead. Like, if my grandparents found out that I was even talking to a witch, like, I would have been, like, even though I left the church, I was still, my family was still in my life, you know? And I was like, dude, I can't for the life of me even entertain the idea of you. I'm sorry, lady. Let's work together. You do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, okay? And she just kind of, she understood. Like, she was very respectful, you know, had great boundaries or whatever. But then one day she came into work and she was so happy and like bubbly and doing really well. She was going to school, she was going to work, single as a Pringle. And she was basically at only like 30 years old, she was like raising an entire freaking neighborhood. Like she was so independent. Everybody was relying on her, not the other way around. And I thought, why is she so empowered? Like, how does she have this much energy? She's really great with boundaries. And here I was on antipsychotics, antidepressants, anti-anxiety meds. Then I was on sleep pills, sleep meds to counteract all those symptoms. And I'm like, here I am having to drink a fifth of alcohol every 2 days just to get by. And I was like, okay, so what is it then? What is it this woman is really trying to teach me? And then she started telling me about, because I was in therapy at the time, and she was like, well, you could just try meditation. And guys, we're talking 15 years ago. I didn't even know it. I knew that meditation was a thing, but they do that in the Eastern hemisphere. And I just didn't, I was like, that's not a thing, and I'm not going to do it because it's the doorway to devils. And that's what I was told in religion. Well, once my mom found out that I was learning from her, because we had nothing to do 8 hours a night. So she did. She ended up teaching me meditation, right? And when I first told my mom, though, because my mom and grandma were like, you know, two peas in a pod and both very religious. Hold on, guys, I'm making frozen pizza. My mom was like, Gentlemen. I better not find out. She was like, I better not find out you're meditating, opening the door to devils. And I was like, bro, chill. I was like, listen, lady, I'm 21 years old, 22 years old. I'm already on every fucking antipsychotic they fucking have. I'm on a cocktail of meds any other day. Plus, I'm drinking my problems away. Come on, lady. I'm already opened the doorway to devils. Like, basically, that's what I was telling my mom. I was like, I've already opened the doorway to devils, dude. And so I was like, Mom, it's not really my fault that the church didn't do it for me. You know what I mean? And I'm going to try it. And so, sure enough, not once, but twice, I meditated 2 times, 2 different days. And I had a spontaneous out-of-body experience. I could not believe it. I didn't even know you could have those. In fact, I mean, I'd heard that, like, you could have experiences, like, out of your body when you're, like, on your deathbed with, you know, dead people and angels and stuff when you're, like, 95 years old. But I didn't know you could have one without, like, mushrooms or LSD or anything. And I just was doing it naturally. I was just meditating naturally. And yeah, I had this out-of-body experience. I met a being of light. I danced with an angel of light. And it was so beautiful. My God. Pure unconditional love. Pure unconditional love. It was the most beautiful 30 seconds of my life. Honestly, it did not last long enough. And the reason it didn't last long enough is because when I was out of my body, I was speaking telepathically to this being, and it was speaking back to me. And it was reading my thoughts. And when I said, I was begging, I was in this energy of like, please don't make me go back. Please don't make me go back. I don't want to go back. And just like that, I went back to my body because my thoughts weren't aligning with heaven. And it took me 15 years to finally realize what we're in, the matrix, and like how it works. Like your thoughts have to align with the reality you want. Well, back then my thoughts were such shit that I was getting kicked out of heaven because my thoughts didn't align with it. I didn't believe I deserved the love of that being. So yeah, I totally got like chewed up and spit out. And it like only lasted 30 seconds, but I remember for 15 years I was just tortured. I've been tortured every single day since then. My real testimony of Jesus Christ has, I've lost everything. Everything for the glory of God, everything for the gospel, everything. So when people have the fucking audacity to show up on my channel telling me I need Jesus, I'm like, really? If you think about it, I don't need Jesus. Jesus needs me. Like, we are the gods. We are the gods now. We are creators. Like, we give our power away to these deities. So they're only as powerful as you say they are. It's like, if you want to hand your power away to a deity, do so. But I'd rather just know that I'm God and I make the rules. You know? If I say something's going to happen, it's going to happen. If I think about something enough times and I speak it out loud, boom, it happens. If I go into my imagination and I create reality there, boom, it happens. Like, and anymore, because I'm so high vibrational, that it's starting to become instant manifestation. So it's like, be very careful with your thoughts, because it's becoming more and more concrete, and it's becoming very evident that your thoughts create, your dominant thoughts create. And so for 15 years, I've been on this journey of trying to discover, like, recreate that heavenly moment, and always looking outside myself to try to recreate it. Like, wanting to know where that being went. Like, why'd you abandon me? Why'd you leave me? How come I can't find you? It's like, it took 15 years for me to realize, like, oh shit, I am that being. That was me. I accessed the kingdom of heaven through myself. And the temple of God is myself. And so for 15 years, I was tortured every single day for my beliefs. And I guess now, like, the main thing I'm doing is I just really want people to believe and have the truth about what God really is, because it's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's not somebody outside of you. It's not a man. It's not a woman. It's not a bank account. It's not a politician. It's not a church. It's nothing like that. And I wished it could have been different. Like, I wish that I wouldn't have had to suffer so much for 15 years. But I'm really grateful that I did, because it strengthened my resolve, and it strengthened my resiliency. And so now I can help a lot of people who are coming into their own, who are having these out-of-body experiences, these near-death experiences. And now I get to help people as a spiritual advisor. So I'm really grateful that I get to, But yeah, it costs a lot. It costs a lot for me to be here in this position that I'm in now, to be as strong as I am. What made it out of body? That I was out of my body? That I knew I was in two places at once? I knew that I was still in my physical body, and that I could tell I still had a physical body, but my soul itself was raptured. I guess it was out of my body. Like, it was in a totally different plane of existence. So, like, it was so real, because while I was emotionally feeling the things in this higher plane of existence, which wasn't a location, because it was still there in the house, in the physical house. It was in a different room, and it felt like octaves higher, like just higher vibrational is what it felt like. And so then I was also feeling the emotions of it, because my physical body, I had tears, I remember, streaming down each side of my face, because it was so beautiful. I could feel it. And it was such a beautiful feeling of love that it just, like, I remember feeling 2 tears stream down my face, because I was laying flat on my back on the bed and just listening to some meditation music. And I remember feeling 2 tears. It was incredible. And then, but yeah, I remember like it was down the hall in a different room, and it was so bright. It was like 2 light beings just dancing. It was like twirling. It looked like a tornado of light. It was really crazy. And sadly it only lasted about 30 seconds. And I was like, well, how come it was such a short-lived thing? And then I spent 15 years trying to recreate it, and I didn't understand the dynamic. Like you're still trying to figure out who God is outside of you. The one that accessed it was me, and I went within to access it. So why am I trying so hard to recreate something outside externally? And yeah, I just faced so much persecution over the years. Like I've been the guest speaker in a lot of these online church groups. Both like covens, witch covens, also just religious orders, Christian groups. I've been, of course, definitely ridiculed for what I believe, but doesn't change the fact that I know the truth. And I mean, my life pretty much speaks for itself. I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I mean, it's like, of course I could do better. I could have a better life. I could have all the things that I want. But right now I have all the things that I need. You know? God's good. God's got me all the time. Like, of course I would love for my life not to be so loud and chaotic and with random strangers every 2 seconds. But until my life is different, it's what it is right now. But yeah, at least for my testimony, it's been pretty rough for 15 years. I think it's like finally trickling in. I think I finally have the good shit coming in now, you know? What if we start to see ourselves as a deity and become the deity? Procedural collapse. Well, if that's the case, then I would dare say you and I could maybe be friends. Maybe. But that's a big if. I'm just kidding. I do like you. You're pretty cool. Let's call you Steve, because I don't know your name. Is the new roommate your twin? Oh, I don't know who to root for now. Love dive? No, definitely not. Definitely not. The one that left for Georgia, that's my twin flame. Georgia. Yeah, he's the guy. He's the champion. He's the one out here fighting for it, I think. I don't know. I say that. I don't fucking have any idea anymore. Who cares? Who cares? I'm at this point where I'm like, it doesn't really matter. I just enjoy myself. Are you guys leaving? Yeah. Like leaving? Yeah. Oh, I thought not like an overnight thing.
We did have one more night, but we're leaving now.
Oh, okay. Well, it was great meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Take care.
Yeah, you too, honey. Take care. Drive carefully.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye. That is the actual meaning of Tantra, becoming it. Yeah. Is it new? No, I do not think that this new one is. I know it's crazy because I think it's past life soulmate, this one in here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the craziest shit ever. Oh my God. I manifested them moving out. I literally was complaining right here about how I'm tired of monitoring spirits. And those two were like the biggest culprit of my monitoring spirit problem. Because they're only like 10 feet from me and the walls are so thin. And they had been like eerily listening in on me. It was like all the walls were closing in. And so I manifested them going away. I literally just, I swear to you, for the last day, and only a few times, I mean, maybe a handful of times, I would visualize them walking down the hall with their suitcase, leaving. because we're just not conducive. Like they weren't that clean, and I had to keep cleaning. I just think, I don't want to clean up after you, brah. So I just kept going into my imagination and visualizing them walking down the hallway with their suitcase, and no shit, that's exactly what they've been doing the last 20 minutes. I thought for a second it was just them going to stay at a friend's house. But then they kept coming down with more suitcases, and I'm like, wait, shit, is this for real? Are they gone? And then he just waved by. He's like, see you later. Okay. And they're leaving a day early. They're supposed to leave tomorrow. The fuck? I told you. When you know that you're a god of your reality, there is no other person but you making the rules. When people give their power away to a god outside of themselves, there's always a 50-50 chance it works. You know what I mean? You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are as a creator. You're selecting a version of reality that you want. Conscious creation, that's all it is. You've been manifesting since the day you were born. The only difference now is you're making it conscious. You're consciously deciding. So yeah, I wanted that moved out, and there it is. Damn. Damn, I'm really good. I'm really good at my job. This is why I'm the best manifestation coach on the planet. Yeah. Anyway, I had to go 15 years, though, discovering that God is not outside of me. God is not someone else making the rules. It's not Josh from Jesus Camp in here. It's not the Bible that he uses. It's not the collection plate that he throws money into. It's not my bank account. My bank account doesn't make me happy. Even if there were $20 million in there, my bank account doesn't make me happy. It's just a glitch on the computer screen. A car doesn't make me happy. A house doesn't make me happy. A man doesn't make me happy. You have to be so happy and fulfilled within yourself as God that it is projected outwardly into the matrix, into the simulation, into the reflection, and you instantly manifest like that. Stop giving your power away to a God that is going to tell you yay or nay. It's not up to somebody else. It's up to you. You claim it. And you keep claiming it by going back into your imagination and re-seeing over and over the reality you want. That's how I got these nuisances of neighbors out of this house tonight. And it didn't even take 24 hours. When I finally decided that's what I wanted, it didn't take time at all. They're leaving a day early. It's crazy. How long do you visualize? I'm not consistent with it because I'm lazy. It's okay. Be lazy. Manifestation is lazy. It is lazy. You're supposed to be lazy with it. It's like, if it's struggle, it's not right. How long do you visualize for? Until you believe the new story. Until you believe it's already happened. It only took me a handful of times to visualize them walking down the hallway with their suitcase for me to think that room is empty. I would go into my imagination just today. I swear to you, this is only one day. This only took a day. Not even. I would, in my head, in my mind's eye, I would visualize that room being empty. The bed made up, the remote control on the little wall thing, like just, I would see an empty room. I'd see a clean, empty room with the door open. And I kept saying, I love that that room's empty. I love that it's empty now. I love that it's empty. And I would try to feel what it is like if it were true. So what would it really feel like? Well, finally I could start working in my room again, like doing my readings from my room because the walls were too fucking thin. I could sing again. Yeah, it's like, how would it make you feel? It would make me feel comforted. I would know I'm really powerful. I would know that I did that. So get into that feeling now. Powerful. I really did that. Of course it's happening. Get into that state of wish fulfillment now. Feel the state of the wish fulfilled now. The problem is not the laziness of it. The problem is that you haven't fully impressed your subconscious, which is the one proving you right. You haven't yet given your subconscious a new script. If you keep saying, oh, I've got these annoying neighbors, the universe is like, yeah, here's more. Here you go, bud. More proof. Oh, monitoring spirits. You want to complain a bit and bitch about that all day, Jenna? Okay, here you go. Yes, ma'am. The universe is a yes man. The universe is always telling us yes. Always. Always, 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 always. So give it a new script. I can't believe how easy that was, actually. No forcing it. No texting the Airbnb and complaining about them. No bitching at them and being like, clean up after yours. Nothing like that. I just decided I don't want them as neighbors. I don't think that the spirits in this house really appreciate these two. I don't want them here. My reality, my rules. My matrix, my rules. And they left a day early. They had a whole day tomorrow, and they're leaving tonight. I don't know why, but I mean, I know why, but I mean, I don't know what their reasoning is for leaving, but it doesn't matter the how. It doesn't matter the how. You just have to know that it's already done. I'm new to consciously manifesting, right? We all are. All right, thank you. I guess it's overcomplicated sometimes. We do. We overcomplicate it. It's okay. It's okay. It's because it's so new and it feels like, oh my God, all this power. Oh, it's so fun. I could do so many things, and I could, like, it is almost like you're given all this power, and then you're like, okay, there has to be struggle to it. Because it can't just be that easy. And I cannot just be that easy of like, okay, I select that. I want it because I say so, that's it. Like I just decided. It's the power is not in the technique. The power is in knowing that you are God and no one else makes the rules for you. No one else will select the reality but you. No one. No one selects the reality and no one sees it come to completion except for you. You're it. That's the real power. But most Christians would have you believe that a power lies outside of you in a book or in a pastor or in an indoctrination or in a God that is some guy in the sky. I mean, if I were to ask you for God's phone number, you couldn't give it to me. So why the fuck are we listening to so many of these religious leaders? They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. None. And you can tell by the way their congregation can't manifest shit. How half their congregation is sick, unhealthy, or dying, or broke as shit. These false leaders who have nothing to offer their collective, their sheep, their flock, right? They're out here claiming to be vicars of Christ. I think the Pope calls himself the vicar of Christ, which means representation of Christ. It's like, dude, who died made you God? Who died made you God? Because until you can say you died and made yourself God, your own ego died to make your higher self God. I don't really want to take fucking pointers from you. Right. No, right. I'll wait. I've got better shit to do. I'm going to go within, create heaven within, select heaven within, and just claim it. It's done. It's done the second you say it's done. Those roommates were leaving the second I said they were. And even as I was sitting here talking to you guys and they're like pulling all the suitcases down and all the boxes and stuff, I'm just like, it was almost like, I can't even believe this is happening. I don't want to jinx it. I was like, I don't even want to jinx it. I don't even want to like look at it too closely because I'm afraid that they're going to be like, huh, just kidding. Prank. That's when he was like, he waved goodbye. I was like, are you really leaving? Not just an overnight stay? Because like, that looks pretty legit. It's very weird. Very weird. It's not really that weird. When you know it's guaranteed, when you know your manifestation is guaranteed, you don't have to ever be surprised anymore. Like, of course, duh. Of course they're leaving because I didn't stutter. You know? This is the thing that most people, they get scared of their own power, and so we hand it over to some deity outside of ourselves. If it's not a deity, we're handing it over to our boss. If it's not a boss, it's your mom. And if it's not your mom, it's your husband. It's somebody. If it's not that, it's your bank account app. If it's not your bank account app telling you have $5 to your name, it's a Bible that you're giving your power over. It's something. Most of us, it's the 3D matrix. It's the simulation itself you're giving your power away to. It's the world itself. It's the materiality, the world of materiality, the world of like density. You're looking at something, one option out of a million trillion gajillion realities, infinite. You're looking at the one that came across your screen, your movie screen. You just look at one that came across your movie screen, and you're telling me that you have to believe that shit? No. No. Especially my clients that come to me with their exes, or they're wanting to manifest their SP, their specific person, and they're like, yeah, but he told me he wants nothing to do with me. And I'm like, so? That's one version. You're not changing this version of him. This version of him that says, no, I don't want you, already exists. What you're doing is you're going into the database of infinite realities and you're selecting a new version of him. That's all you're doing. You're not changing this version. This version sucks, and this version's going to be moving on soon enough. Like, this version is going to be whoop, whoop, bye. I don't care. We don't care about this version. This version is not the one we want. So you go into you go into your imagination and you select the new version of them that you like, and you do not fucking take your eyes off the prize. You just claim it as done, period. The real power is in claiming. It's not the technique. It's not even your imagination. It's not the affirmations you use or how many sentences, how freaking many mantras you chant over and over. It's not. The power is deciding. The power is in deciding that you are God and you make the rules, period. And you spoke one time and that's it. That certainty, that is your Godhead. That is your Godhood. That is what makes you a deity. That power is yours and yours alone. And you should stop giving it over to people or churches or books or politicians or bank accounts. Stop looking at this physical 3D world and thinking it is the end all be all. I don't care if you just got a bill in the mail and you're like, oh, it looks so real. It looks so real. Of course it looks real. There is a reality where this is real, but there's also a billion other realities where the bill has paid itself off. Or when you call, they don't even have it on record at all. You're not doing anything to this existing reality. You're just simply selecting a new one. That's it. So yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know. Because I told you guys, I'm instantly manifesting now. It's like, it didn't even take a day. From me visualizing the room to it actually happening. It was not that long at all. Like, I'd say 6 hours maybe. I just started visualizing it earlier and it just happened, and I can't even believe that. I do remember though not wanting to jinx it. That's that new roommate that showed up last night. My lips are hella chapped. It's so dry in here. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it took so little time. I was like, 6 hours. It had to be. Yeah, from the time I visualized it in my mind's eye. Those are this afternoon. Oh wait, I gotta check my pizza. Oh my God, I forgot my pizza's in the oven. Dude, I hope it's not burnt. Or as Josh would say, burning in hell. I hope it's not burning in hell. Oh, it's crispy, looking crisp. It's looking done. It's looking well done. Wow, I forgot this fucker was in there. Okay, I think we're good. The house is still intact, so I think that's a good thing, guys. But yeah, I just thought I should tell you guys the good news that of course we get what we want. You manifest all the time. It is not that hard. It's just most people don't think in their favor. Most people don't do shit that it works in their favor because you don't want to be God. You don't want to be powerful. You're scared of getting your results. That pisses me off so bad. Is like everybody's so terrified of their fucking power. And I get it. It's that deep witch wound. I think a lot of us former witches, you know, in past lives, we're probably burned at the stake for shit like this, but I know that I have to be powerful. I can't keep being weak and being afraid of my own power. Like, so what? I had a desire that bad neighbors left, okay? So fucking what? So I have a desire to uh, manifest my ex that we had a one night stand. Okay, so what? I manifested a one night stand. Okay? And manifest money just showing up on the sidewalk or in pants pockets or it's like we can't be afraid of our desires. I think so many people are afraid of pleasure. They're afraid of desires. That's what the church did. The church had a lot to do with us fearing our own sexuality, fearing our own pleasure, fearing our own power, our own results, getting results. So yeah, I had to be really okay with the fact that a lot of people were going to judge me because I get to have what I love. I do what I love what I do, and I get paid for it. And people are going to be envious. People are going to be jealous that you get the results you get, because it's what it is you do things others don't, so you get to have what others won't, you know? And a lot of people don't like that. And they can say, but even jealousy, envy, evil eye, all that shit, that doesn't even stop your manifestation. Nothing stops your manifestation unless you say it does. Jealousy can't even touch anything anymore, you know? And I used to be this girl that would be afraid of like telling people what I really wanted to manifest. Especially when I had girlfriends in my life, I'd be so afraid to be like, oh my God, so I really like him and I want to manifest a date and his phone number. And like, everybody used to be able to ruin my manifestation before it showed up because I assumed they had that power. They don't have that power anymore. I have all the power, all of it. I am the most powerful person in my entire reality. I am the only creative power in my reality. I am the only creator in my reality. You are the only creator in yours. Not your mom, not your bank account, not even your politician, not WebMD, not your doctor giving diagnoses. You're it. The power is not in the technique. The power is in knowing that the second you say so, it's true. It's real. Just start thinking in your favor. So many of us don't want to think in our favor. You're afraid to this, I don't know, get what you want? You're welcome, Left Dive. You know, hold on a second. Is that guy outside? Wait, hold on. No fucking way. You guys won't even believe me. No, dude. So you guys, okay. I'm going to tell you the story. I told it today on live stream. I'm going to do it, baby. I'm going to tell you the story. Yesterday, okay, it's quite the story. If you want to stay around for it. It's kind of interesting. It's very magical, okay? Something told me after my live stream to go to the front door. And it's all glass, the front door. And so I stood there and I saw this truck staring straight at me. The guy behind just parked there just staring at me. And I knew I was being monitored. I knew it was a monitoring spirit. And so I told him to fuck off. I was like, you don't have permission to watch me. He had an antenna in the back too. And I knew that was not a good guy. So I was like, nope, you don't have permission to listen to me, surveil me, monitor me. Fuck right off. All evil eyes go blind. All monitoring spirits go deaf. Get the fuck out of my life. The way he vroomed, it was kind of crazy. It was almost like he heard me in live time, because he was like a bat out of hell, so eager to get out of that spot. And as he turned, another truck, literally it's the same. It looked like another 250 or F-150 or whatever, another white one left the driveway next to that neighbor right there. Left their driveway at the same time that guy sped off. Two white trucks. That's when I was like, damn. So I thought this guy was monitoring. They both were. They both were. And the confirmation was that 10 seconds later, a black SUV showed up right in front of the house. I mean, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. We're talking live manifestation anymore, guys. We were talking instant results, okay? And I was like, oh shit, so what? Here's a third one now? So all of a sudden, this guy gets out of the SUV, out of the driver's seat, and runs up the stairs, and I see him, and I'm like, why is he coming up to me? And I opened the door, because I wasn't getting a bad vibe from him at all. I was actually really kind of, I don't know, I was feeling kind of warm and fuzzy. I opened the door, I was like, hello. How did I know you'd be here? Like, I said that to him. That it was like I was in a trance. I was like, how did I know to be here right now? And he goes, because this is the time we agreed to meet. And I was like, no, we didn't. And he's like, yeah, we decided on this time, right? And I was like, no, do I know you? And he's like, I don't think so. I don't know you. And I was like, right, we never met before, right? But I was like, why do I feel a kindred spirit here? Like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, are you the owner? This is an Airbnb, right? You the owner? And I was like, no, I'm not the owner, but okay, so you're a new tenant. Like, you're gonna stay. Yeah, no, I'm just a roommate. That makes sense. But how did I know? How did I know you were gonna be here? Like, I was just told to come to the front door. Like, and I said, my intuition was telling me to come to the front door. So weird. I was like, come on in. It's fucking freezing. Come on in. And as soon as he came in, he introduced himself. And this was the craziest part. His name is the same name as the kid that left a month ago. I had a nickname for that guy when he was here. And it was just like a running joke because he and I were friends. That guy was really cool. He's very spiritual. He was awesome, that guy. And I had a nickname for him. And I swear to everything, this man has that nickname. This is his real name. He shook my hand and told me his name. I was like, dude, shut up. Like, I'm thinking to myself, no way. And then I looked down and he has the same pants as me, which is the same pants that the other guy was wearing. One day we literally wore matching pants. Not these ones, my PJs. And I was like, oh my God, we're even wearing the same pants too. That's crazy. The guy from a month ago, that's one thing that we had in common. We wore the same pants one day. It was just really, it was weird, right? And then so after he was in the porch and we shook hands and I was like, okay, it's really great to meet you. Well, about 10 seconds later, a woman shows up, an old woman. She looked about 70. And I was like, oh, maybe he's like rooming with his grandma or something. I was like, okay. Who knows? Times are tough. Maybe you gotta live with Granny. Shit, I don't know your life, bud. Anyway, so she came in, and I was like, hello. She just ignored me completely, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. So I didn't say a word. I didn't say a peep. I was just trying my best to like not judge this woman because I didn't understand what was happening. And all of a sudden, she starts speaking, and she said to him, oh, I'm meeting you. You're meeting me. And that's what I knew. I was like, oh my. I was like, in my head, I thought, what happened to you, lady? I had just seen you not too long ago. And all of a sudden, it was like, she looked like a totally different woman. She had like 3 inches at least shorter than she was. She had like no teeth. It looked like she was wearing like she had taken her dentures out or something. She kind of started to look like a witch, like wrinkly and almost like you would see in one of those Disney movies. Oh God. Particularly the one that gave Snow White the apple. Okay. That's what it started to look like. And she was like, "Hi, I'm here to meet you." And that's when I was like, oh, he was here to meet you, the cleaner. Oh, you thought I was, no, I'm just a tenant. I've just been here a while. No. But I see. Okay, you had an appointment with her. Okay, okay. She's never let anybody in like that. There's never been a date and time that she's met anybody to let anybody in. I don't understand why that even happened. But I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, it's great meeting you. Nice to meet you. And he's like, yeah, yeah, you too. So they go to walk up the stairs, and I'm like, oh wait, before you go, which room are you gonna have? And she interrupts him, and she goes, well, we're actually looking for him one right now, because there was three available, and she's like, we're gonna find one for him right now. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you should choose room number 5. That is such a magical room. And she goes, no, he's choosing room 1. And I was like, oh. Oh, okay. Well, that room's haunted. So I said that, and she goes, shut up. Like a fucking witch. Like a fucking full-fledged witch. I about shit my pants right in front of this guy. Like he heard her and everything. And I was just like, I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, okay, no problem. So I was like, all right, sir, I'm down the hall if you ever need anything. You know, great to meet you. And he's like, yeah, yeah, you too. Well, I guess the similarities keep going because the car that's outside, I literally hear it right now. It has the same timing belt issue as the other guy's car. It literally sounds the exact same. They have the same rattling of the car. Same name, the same room, the same car problem, the same body shape. They look the same. They have the same height. They have the same body build. We were wearing the same pants. Just saying. Same squeaky car. Come on. That's weird. Well, I don't know that it's a timing belt. I don't know. I've heard what timing belts sound like, and that sounds like it kind of. I don't know that it's a timing belt. I just know it's the same squeaky noise. Girl, it's insane, right? Right? And it's the same room too. Come on. That's crazy. That was intense. Girl, am I on something? Because I swear to you, history's repeating itself. Magic is magicking, honey. Excuse me. But yeah, they had the same name, and I thought, that's a little too close for comfort, dude. All I did was joke with that guy a month ago. I was like, the name isn't really Dylan, but I keep using it as an example. I was like, you look like a Dylan. A month ago, I was just joking with my friend. I was like, you look like a Dylan. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. You should go by Dylan. That just seems more like your speed. Tell me why this guy's name is Dylan. Guys, what the fuck? It's starting to get real magical out here on these streets, okay? I'm starting to freak the fuck out, okay? Bob. No, his name's definitely not Bob. Although I've been harassed by a man named Bob recently, from Omaha. She's the manliest Bob I've ever met. There's been a Bob that's been following me around psychically, and ugh. You ever just been so repelled by somebody's aura before? Like they're just so nasty that you're just like, oh God. You feel like you need a shower after you talk to him for 2 seconds. Yo, it's like that. A woman named Bob keeps following me around, and it's so hideous. Anyway, so yeah, I literally manifested a different version of the same man. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced. Hope you guys are ready for magic. I know I'm ready for pizza though, so I'm gonna go. But I love you very much. Thank you for being here. I love you, love you, love you, long time. Love you. Love you so much. I just manifested a calm night without a witch literally 10 feet from me. I'm so glad. I'm so glad because this woman, she hated my guts. So I'm so glad she's gone. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna go. Remember, we consciously manifest in a matter of split second. So all you have to do is decide. Decide that you are the I am. Decide that you are God and nobody else can create for you. That is all that you need. Okay? I love you. I'll talk to you later.